Good afternoon and welcome to the Dave Bryant Stadium for the last game of the season. It's Enfield Town versus Worthing and everything is still on the line. Worthing are in fourth and 1 point off the top of the table. They can still win the title, so they'll be giving it their all. But Town know that just 1 point will secure safety. Similarly, if St Albans or Salisbury fail to win, then Town will stay up. The big team news is that Town are unchanged. Jack Bates is ineligible, Bailey Brown is still injured, so Town are unchanged. Cian Dillon leading the line. I'll go through the full Town lineup in a moment, but before that it's my great pleasure to introduce, alongside me in the commentary box, the voice of the North London airwaves, an Enfield Town fan extraordinaire, it's Paul Manell. Paul, how are the nerves?
Good afternoon, Michael. Good afternoon, everybody. The nerves, yeah, they are there. I won't deny that. They are certainly there. But welcome, everybody, to an expectant, excited, and I would say slightly anxious Dave Bryant Stadium. The atmosphere has been building and building, a bit like the St Albans game a week ago, thereabouts. The fans of both sides have been very early in behind the goals, and both have been very vocal. Worthing have got a very, very big support, as you'd expect, because, as you said, Michael, remarkably, any one of 6 teams can still win the title. This is the most exciting league in the world. And one of 3 teams will go down. And, of course, Enfield Town are one of those teams. It's going to be one of those afternoons, I think, everybody, where we're going to have one eye on the play and also one eye on the events at Parkview Road, the Arena Stadium, where Welling United take on Salisbury, and the Truro City Stadium, where Truro City take on St Albans. And we will try and keep you up to date as best we can with scores from those games. So the reminder is, for Enfield Town to go down, Town need to lose, and Salisbury and St Albans both need to win. Hopefully that scenario will not happen. And on the pitch here, Town are still searching for that elusive point which will guarantee safety, Michael.
Indeed they are, Paul. Kick-off is, 8 minutes away. Should also mention that today sees the unveiling of the gleaming brand new shiny new stand opposite us. 400 seats. Had a little wander over there. You can check out the social media pages, ETFC Comms on Instagram and on Twitter, and the ETFC Commentary Facebook page. There are pictures up there of the view from that new stand. That's right opposite us. It means all 4 sides of the ground are now in operation. It's a lovely spring day. It's a good day for football. It started off very overcast this morning. The overcast skies have been replaced by kind of hazy clouds now. It's still kind of overcast. It's hazy sunshine breaking through. Little bit of a breeze, but it's quite warm. If anything, it might be slightly too warm for the players after a while once they get going. We shall keep you updated on everything that's going on at the stadium. First order of business, of course, is to run through the 2 teams. So starting with our visitors, Worthing FC, managed by Chris Agata. They line up with a changing goal. Chris Haig is back in goal. This is a change because Lucas Kovalan had kept goal for the past 14 games. He's now been removed back to the bench, and Chris Haig is back in goal. He started the season, played the first 32 games. He's in goal. Then they line up with number 2 Joel Colbran, 5 Joe Cook, 6 Joe Partington, 8 Jack Spong, 9 former Towner, of course, Mo Fowl, 11 Nicky Wheeler, 14 Temi Babalola, 15 Glenn Ray, 21 Sam Packham, and 26 Odie Martins Toronto, Odie. And on the substitutes bench for Worthing, number 7 Tommy Willard, 18 Ollie Black, 24 Bailey Smith, 27 Liam Nash, and 33 is that goalkeeper Lucas Kovalan. Enfield Town are unchanged from last week, so they line up in goal, number 1 Joe Wright, 5 Zav Benjamin, 19 Adam Thompson, and 16 Henry Hawkins, 17 Charlie Stallard, and 12 Billy Leonard. They'll be the wing backs today. In the middle, it's the captain, number 20 Mickey Parcell, 15 Harry Sidwell, 7 Lennon Peake, and 8 Sam Youngs behind number 10 Kian Dillon, and on the bench for Town, number 9 Anonti Chukwu, 18 Hisham Kasimu, 13 Reece Forster, 11 Ollie Knight, and 2 John Oyenuga. So Town are missing Bailey Brown, injured still, and they're missing Jack Bates, who's ineligible against his parent club Worthing. What do you make of that lineup, Paul, and what do you make of the two absentees, Jack Bates and Bailey Brown?
Yeah, I think both big losses actually, Michael, to be honest with you. I think Bailey Brown, before he got his injury, I think it was the end of the St Albans game, wasn't it? He'd been playing really, really well, probably his best spell of form for the Towners. And Bates, as we know, he's got a good touch and he can really influence games. So they're big losses, but there's nothing that Gavin or any of us can do about them. Brown's injured and Bates is ineligible against his parent club. Harry Sidwell, as we know, he's got good touch, can pass the ball. What would we give for a storming goal like the one against Truro? That's one of the goal of the season contenders. And young Kian Dillon, I think he's been really, really good. He works so hard for the team. For a relatively small fella, he's got good strength, holds the ball up well. So I'm not that surprised it's an unchanged team. And then, of course, Kasimu and Chukwu to bring on later on if we need some more attacking impetus, I think, Michael.
And in terms of Worthing's team, they are missing their talisman, Danny Cashman, 16 goals this season. He had 13 last season as well, so he's very prolific from midfield, from that sort of number 10 position. He's an absentee. Meanwhile, they do have Mo Farl up front, returning to the club at which he scored 55 goals in 66 games. So he'll be looking to put one over Town today. But the absence of Cashman for Worthing, that's a huge boost for Enfield Town, even with Worthing pushing for the title.
It is, yes. You said, I think he's got 16 goals from this season, so that's a big plus for the Towners. And also they've got a couple of other players suspended as well, so they're not at full strength, Worthing, and all the pluses we can gather. Mo Farl, welcome back, Mo. No one at this club will forget what you did for us, but hopefully you're going to have a really, really quiet game, and you'll be substituted off after about 10 minutes. And here we go, the teams are coming out, Michael, the excitement builds.
Teams are indeed coming out. Town, as ever, resplendent in white shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, with Joe Wright top to toe in black. Worthing of an interesting kit setup. They wear all blue at home and all red away. It's an odd clash, it's an odd contrast of colours. So they're in all red today, top to toe, red shirts, red shorts, red socks, and their goalkeeper Chris Haig is in purple, top to toe. The referees today, the officials I should say, referee is Dan England, assistants are Oliver Sadd, Jeffrey Aldous, and the fourth official is Sam Wigginton. The players are lining up and shaking hands / slapping hands. It's no longer the done thing, I think, to shake hands. Nowadays it's more of a hand slap, a high five. And Mo Farl there exchanging kind words and happy grins with some of his former erstwhile teammates. Town have taken their place defending the Hertfordshire Zoo goal end to our right. We'll wait and see if that turns around after the coin toss. And Worthing are defending the Jenner Timber end. And of course, we are now sitting opposite the brand new shiny newsstand opposite us. 400 seats. Each row I've counted has 7 seats in it. 7 seats top to front to back. So really lovely plush new setup. Gavin McPherson is just wandering over to the Hertfordshire Zoo fans to give a round of applause before this game, as he did against Boreham Wood on Monday, just showing his appreciation. Fans love him, he loves them. He's giving a really good long round of applause there. Last time these two sides met was just before Christmas. It was a tightly fought thing, tightly contested thing. Worthing came out on top 1-0. A goal in first half added time from Spong, I think it was, giving them a 1-0 win. Beg your pardon, from Colbrand, their captain, Jack Colbrand, giving them a 1-0 win. More recently, Worthing have been on a run of 2 wins, 2 draws and 2 defeats in their last 6. It's draw, win, defeat. That's how their last 6 look. Town, that 1 defeat last week was their first in 8. The players are ready. Town will kick off. They will attack the Jenna Timber end. They will defend the Hertfordshire Zoo end. Town know that a point today will guarantee them safety. And even without a point, if either Salisbury or St Albans fail to win, then Town will stay up. It's all come down to this. The 46th and final game of the season. It's Enfield Town versus Worthing. Grab your blood pressure medication. Sit yourself down comfortably. It's all coming down to this final 90 minutes. Mickey Parcell, the club captain, kicks us off, passes back to Adam Thompson, and we are up and running. Town have lobbed it forward. It's come straight back at them. Knocked forward then by Odie. Benjamin heading back. It's just head tennis in the centre circle at the moment, and now Adam Thompson on the floor tries to thread it forward. Odie sitting in front of that back 5 that Worthing have. He knocks it back to his captain Colbrand. He gives it back to the recalled goalkeeper Chris Haig. He plays it forward, but miscontrol there from the left wing back Nicky Wheeler, and that's drifted out of play for an early Town throw. Halfway inside the Worthing half on the right, Billy Leonard will go across to take. Leonard, ball in hands, throws short to Sam Young. Sam Young holds it up, but he's dispossessed just about, battles to win it back, but he's lost out, and Worthing can try to bring it forward. They're out on the left here. It's Raya. He gives it back, and Worthing are building from defence now inside their own half. It's Cook, right-sided centre-back, coming up over halfway, looking for support, gives it to his captain Colbrand, the right wing-back. He has a look around, sides against it, goes backwards to Odie. Odie's given it to Partington, recalled him to the team. As Worthing suffering a lot of absences through injuries and suspension today. Partington from his central centre-back role tries to spread the ball forward, but it's cut out by Stallard. It's gone out of play on halfway. The referee hesitates and then gives the throw Worthing's way, and Cook takes it backwards to Partington. And after the first 100 seconds, Worthing are building from the back. Partington there exchanging passes with the long-haired and bearded Raya, and now it's lobbed forward to Babalola. Crunching tackle from Parcell on foul, goes unpunished by the referee. Hawkins lofts it forward. Youngs knocks it back to Billy Leonard. He does well to drift it infield, where Sidwell can chip it forward first time, looking for Sam Youngs up the right, but Worthing get it back to their goalkeeper Haig, who clears first time up towards halfway. Fall brings it down back to goal. Gives it back to Wheeler. Wheeler lobs it forward up the left. Here's Ray. Lobbed forward into the area. Hawkins just shields Babalola out of the way and lets Joe Wright gather. Good play there from Hawkins. And Joe Wright's low clearance turned out to be a good one. Then Leonard Peake is shoved to the ground unceremoniously. The referee has no issue with that. And Cook gives it back to his goalkeeper. Did you see anything amiss in that challenge on Leonard Peake on the touchline?
I think the ref probably thought that Lennon Peake was off balance, going to lose the ball anyway, so possibly the right decision. A few seconds ago, should I say, Michael, a crunching challenge by Mickey Parcell on former Town favourite Mo Fowl. He had to time that one right, or he would have been in the book, but it was a great challenge. Early on, Worthing are a passing team. They're passing it about, trying to pass it about. They might find this pitch a little bit tricky, though. It's not their magic carpet they've got at their home ground. It's a little bit bobbly and dry, so they might find it a little bit difficult to pass the ball around. And their away form has been mixed this season. They've drawn 4 and lost 7 this season, so they're much better on their home patch, the magic carpet, because they are a passing team.
Yes, we were having a wander around the pitch, weren't we, Paul, pre-kick-off, and we were just noting it's not exactly pristine. It's in decent condition, but it's quite bobbly. Worthing have taken a free kick, and Fall's got free on the left of the area here. He's lobbed it in towards the centre. Might fall for Babalola. Flag's gone up. Whistle's gone against him. Free kick to Town. Don't know if that was for offside or the flag didn't see an offside raised. It might have been for handball against Babalola. The danger passes. Town, both sets of supporters in really good voice. Worthing have brought a good few hundred, 600 of tickets sold, and they've got a beach ball I can see that's landed behind the goal at the Jenna Timber end. Town fans making a racket as well behind the Hertfordshire Zoo end as the goal kick is nodded on. It falls to Kean Dillon on the right. He tries to find Billy Leonard down by the corner flag on the right. His attempted cross spins off the defender, and Town have the first corner of the game. It will be out on the right. It was well won there by Leonard, latching onto the short pass from Dillon. And 4 minutes in, Town have their first corner, and that's really got the Town fans there shouting and cheering as if we've already scored. Leonard Peake has placed the ball. He'll take it from the right, so it'll be a left-footed in-swinger. Dillon stepped onto the goalkeeper's toes on the goal line. Town have 3 more on the penalty spot. Sidwell and Leonard just on the edge of the D. And Peake prepares to take the corner. Worthing have everybody back inside or just outside their own area. In comes the corner from Peake. Over the goalkeeper, and it's flicked off the line. Well, the whistle's gone against Town. It's going to be a free kick of some sort. Free kick of some sort to Worthing. Getting word in that Truro have taken the lead against St Albans. And if that's the case, then Town are in a great position to stay up. The corner was a very good one. It was in swinging. It beat the goalkeeper. It looked like it might drift in. It was then flicked off the line by a Worthing defender and over the bar, but the whistle went and a free kick was given to Worthing. They've now played on. They're attacking up the right. The ball's chipped into the area. It's Babalola. Pulls it back. Looking for Cook. Crunching tackle from Thompson, who stayed down in some pain. Free kick has gone Town's way. It was a moment of concern on the pitch there because Babalola's flick almost set it Cook inside the area. Thompson went racing in to make the challenge. He was caught late as Cook dived in to win the ball. Thompson has stayed down. He looks in some pain. What did you make of that one, Paul?
Yeah, well, I think in the last minute or so you just saw in a nutshell, Michael, why Town have been in such good form over the last few weeks. Just great defending, first of all by Hawkins, and then Thompson came in, the ball ran loose and he came in for a crunching tackle. I think he was caught. I think the Worthing player went over the ball and just caught him. Nothing malicious, I don't think, but it looks like Tomo is okay. I think word has spread to the Hertfordshire Zoo ends that St Albans are losing, and indeed the Jenner Timber end, because the Worthing fans have gone very quiet because of course Truro winning would be terrible news for them. That means they can't win the league. Here we go, there's jumping going on at Hertfordshire Zoo ends. News has spread, St Albans are losing.
Yeah, the Town fans have cheered like they've just scored themselves. Balls are up over. Dillon's chasing it. The goalkeeper's made a mess of it. It might still come loose. Youngs tries to chip it back in towards the goal, and it's saved by Haig. Well, Chris Haig, the goalkeeper, made a mess of the initial back pass. Worthing didn't clear. The ball came loose to Sam Youngs just outside the D. He tried to chip Haig, who was still off his line. It just didn't get enough elevation on it, and it turned out to be an easy catch for Haig in the Worthing goal. But first opportunity of the game there. Good idea from Sam Youngs, just didn't quite have the execution, Paul.
Yeah, it was a very good idea. Keeper came out, got it all wrong. Truro, everybody, are leading St Albans 2-0. 2-0 to Truro. Yeah, the goalie got it wrong. It fell to Sam Young's great idea. Chipped the goalkeeper, didn't quite get it right, didn't quite get enough elevation on it, and it right into the goalkeeper's arms. But so far, it's going to script. As far as we know, it's Welling 0, Salisbury 0, and Truro are leading St Albans by 2-0. And here, at the moment, it's the point we all need. So far so good, Michael. Long way to go.
Stranger things have happened, but that certainly put the fans at ease, isn't it? The fans behind the Hertfordshire Zoo end. Joe Wright is preparing to take a goal kick for Town. Joe Wright, this time last season, was celebrating promotion with Hornchurch. Spot of head tennis in the centre now. Parcell brings it down, gives it to Peake. Peake stabs it forward to Stallard. He's going to settle for the throw, only 5 yards from the corner flag, in an attacking position on the left for Enfield Town. So 8 minutes gone. It's been an eventful 8 minutes, as much because of events elsewhere. But here at the Dave Bryant Stadium, it's still Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. And Town have this throw on the left, just 5 yards from the corner flag. Stallard's got the ball in his arms and he throws it up towards Youngs. Youngs tried to get the flick and it couldn't really make contact, and it's drifted straight through to Haig in the Worthing goal. Haig's kicked along towards Farl. He's up against Benjamin. Farl tries to hold it up. Benjamin yanks him out of the way into ground, but a free kick is given against Zav Benjamin. Fair decision, that one, do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Mo Fowl, as we know from his time here, he's a very slight man. He's like a beanpole, but he's got good upper body strength I'll just break off for a moment.
The ball's been played forward quickly towards Babalola, but Stallard took no chances, smashed it, didn't make a very clean connection. It's gone out to play for a throw down by the corner flag to Worthing. We'll be back in a minute, Paul, but the throw's been taken quickly into Babalola, edge of the area. He's laid it back, his Spong, giving it back to Babalola, leaves it to Colburn to chip back into the area, and Thompson heads clear. Dillon will challenge Babalola. That's a mismatch if ever I saw one. And now Colbrand's come back from an offside position. The flag's gone up against him. It's a free kick to Town in their left back position. Paul, you were talking about Mo Fowl. We've just heard news, incredibly, that Truro are 3-0 up against St Albans. The Town fans behind the goal are celebrating. They're going wild again. 3-0 to Truro. So Town can lose by all sorts of scores today, and they will still stay up if St Albans don't pull back that 3-goal deficit. As things stand, Town are staying up. Paul, you were saying about Mo Fowl.
Well, first of all, it's party time at the Hertfordshire Zoo end. Yeah, the news has spread there that Truro 3 up against St Albans. But yeah, Mo Fowl makes it very difficult for defenders. He kind of leans into them, holds the ball up well, and that's what he did earlier on, and he got the free kick. Jav Benjamin was forced into the foul, but yeah, so far it's looking good. I think Gav will be stressing to the players from the touchline, concentrate on what you've got to do. Win this game, boys. Don't worry about anything else.
It's Worthing on the attack. The ball's been played forward to Fall, left side of the area. Fall's held it up down by the byline on the left. He's up against Benjamin. Fall lays it back, looking for Wheeler. Wheeler's still on the left edge of the area, rolling his foot over the ball, going towards the byline, turns back towards zone goal. Now the cross comes in. Fall, left side of the area, into Wheeler. Here's the opportunity. Wheeler shoots just wide. It was a save from Joe Wright that forced it wide. It's the first real opportunity for Worthing, but they cut through Town's defence there. They cut them to ribbons.
They did. That was nicely worked. Yeah, nice interchange, and the Worthing player got the shot in, but nice save by Joe Wright at his near post, and he did well to get that away for a Worthing corner. So Worthing are putting a bit of pressure on Enfield Town here. I don't know if a word has spread to them of Truro winning, but they're going for it here. They've got a corner.
Corner from the left as Worthing attack. In it comes now towards the near post. It's allowed to bounce right across the area. It's trickling out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick. Well, Sam Youngs rose to meet it. It went just over his head, and I don't think anybody else anticipated him missing it. Bit of an opportunity there for Worthing, but Town escape unscathed. It remains Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. Worthing fans are trying to encourage their team, but I think they'll have heard as well that elsewhere Truro are leading St Albans 3-0. As things stand, Truro are going to win the title, and Enfield Town are staying up. 12 minutes in then. Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. If you're just joining us, Town are unchanged. It means there's no Bailey Brown, he's still injured. No Jack Bates, he's ineligible against his parent club, Worthing. So once again it's Stallard at left wing back and Lennon Peake in the centre. Goal kick's been taken by Joe Wright. It's allowed to bounce a couple of times, and then Wheeler makes a bit of a production of trying to clear that, but in the end O'Day is able to play it forward towards Babalola, who holds it up really well under pressure from 3 Town players and the referee. In fact, Peake eventually steps in, and then Adam Thompson is able to clear it up, give it to Billy Leonard. Heavy touch from him, stolen off him momentarily there by Wheeler. Leonard does well to recover, and then Thompson can stab it forward to Sam Youngs on halfway on the right, wins the throw into Enfield Town, and after 13 minutes it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. Town, whose heavy defeat at Boreham Wood on Monday brought to an end an 8-game unbeaten run, or 7-game unbeaten run, their first defeat in 8. So if it came to goal difference, Town would be in all sorts of trouble. They're on minus 35, but it won't come to goal difference, because if St Albans do anything but beat Truro, goal difference, all the goal difference in the world won't help them. They are 3 points behind Enfield Town, and 3 points they will stay unless they can get that win. Town have taken the throw on the right. Sam Youngs is adjudged to have fouled his man in challenging for the header, and it's a free kick, left back position for Worthing, which they take quickly, and it's with Partington and then Cook. Cook gives it back to his goalkeeper Chris Haig. Haig, 32 appearances this season. Before he was removed from the starting lineup after a 4-1 defeat to Slough, and the Brazilian Lucas Covolan was brought into his place. Covolan played the last 14 games, kept 3 clean sheets, but he's now been removed. So a penny for the thoughts of Chris Agata there as to why he's changed goalkeeper for the final day of the season. Interestingly enough, talking of goalkeepers, Reece Forster is on the bench for Town today. He himself having been usurped for the last 12 games of this season. Mickey Parcells lobbed the ball forward. That's pretty aimless. It's going to trickle out of play either for a goal kick or a throw right down by the corner flag. I think it's a throw down by the corner flag, which Worthing take. Try to stab the ball further up the pitch, but Mickey Parcells raced onto it outside the D, gets the shot in. It's high and wide. He was always stretching for that on the volley, but good tenacity from Parcell. If the players out there are thinking there's any possibility of coasting through this game, Mickey Parcell's not one of them. He's still putting everything into it. You could tell right from that first minute challenge on Mo Farl, and you could see there again from that attempt to force a shot in towards goal.
Very much so. He spoke in midweek on a message on X. What a pleasure it's been captaining the side, and how great the fans have been. So he will give absolutely everything this afternoon for Enfield Town. No real chances so far, Michael. The only one really was that mix-up with the goalkeeper and defender for Worthing, and it came out to Sam Youngs, who tried to lob the keeper and didn't quite get it right and lobbed it into the hands of the goalkeeper. Apart from that, no real change of chances. There was the one corner that went right across the Enfield Town box, so it's been quite a cagey affair. The 2 Worthing forwards, Mo Farl and I think it's Babalola, they're both very good at holding the ball up. So when Worthing get the ball up to them, they're very strong and good at holding it up. So that might be a problem for Enfield Town this afternoon.
And Paul, what have you made of Worthing's passing game? You mentioned that the pitch isn't as pristine as they might be used to, but nevertheless it's not deterring them from trying to pass from the back. I'll bring you in a moment, but they've launched an attack down the left. It's forced out of play by Thompson. It's a throw to Worthing, level with the penalty spot on the left, and thrown it back here to Packham. Sam Packham, the left-sided of the centre-backs, exchanges passes with Partington, the centre of the centre-backs. Now it's gone forward to Babalola, passes it backwards. It's attempted to force forward, but Parcell clears. Cian Dillon will chase that. Chris Heggs come all the way out of his area and just smashes the ball up the pitch, and it's kept in play by Billy Leonard, flicked on. Cian Dillon pick it up. He then turns his man, is really body checked there by the defender. There's a suggestion that there might be a yellow card for that one, because Dillon was absolutely floored. What did you make of that one, Paul?
Yeah, I think that's a definite yellow card, and he has been shown the yellow card. Lovely little turn. The ball was played into Dillon, and a lovely little turn by him, and the defender was nowhere, and he just went into Dillon. No intention of getting the ball, just barged Dillon, and that is a yellow card for Worthing, first yellow card of the afternoon. And a free kick here for Towners in a dangerous position. Lennon Peake is over it. It is about 25 yards out at an angle, so all the players are lined up for a possible header. And as we know, Lennon Peake has got a great delivery, Michael.
Might fancy a shot from here. It is a long way off. It's on the right now, so it's going to be a chipped ball in towards the back post. It's over everybody's head. Cook, unnecessarily I think, gets a head on it. Colbrand then shoves it up the line towards Odie, but Parcell's come across, and a no-nonsense clearance. Avit, I think, is the phrase that accompanies that one. It's just launched it out of it's gone beyond the running track, put it that way. We're going to have a second football thrown on, and play resumes. It's back with the Worthing back three in Partington. He gives it to Packham. Yeah, Worthing, they're still trying to play that passing game on what is not quite a carpet of a pitch. They're undeterred. What do you make of it so far?
Yeah, they are. I think they can only play one way, and it works for them a lot better at home. Their home record, or as I said earlier, on their magic carpet is much better than their away record, but they'll keep going with a passing game, but at times I think they will find it difficult. I'm just seeing a few balls being played across now in their own half, and it is bobbling around. No criticism of the Enfield ground staff, by the way, because it's just the fact of life. Mo Farl well offside there. Yeah, no criticism. At this stage of the season, pitches are grass pitches obviously are dry and bobbly, so for the time of year it's a great surface, but they will find it very different from their artificial surface at home.
I mentioned that Joe Partington picks up the yellow card. It's turning into a particularly bad day for him because he was St Albans captain until December, so he might have their interests in the back of his mind as well, and it's bad news all round for him. It doesn't look like Worthing are going to claim the title, and it looks very much like St Albans might be going down, and he's received the first yellow card of the game. It's Joe Partington in the middle of the back three for Worthing. Town have won a free kick. Mickey Parcell's been clattered to the ground 5 yards inside the Worthing half, 10 yards inside the Worthing half, just in front of the Worthing dugout on the left. He's picked himself up, walking a little gingerly, but he's okay. 5 assists to his name this season, Mickey Parcell, and 8 yellow cards, which in a way sums up his season, really, doesn't it? 8 yellow cards, 5 assists. There's a lot about Mickey Parcell. He's drifted the free kick in towards the penalty area. It's headed clear by Worthing, nodded back by Town, scrambling for possession. Hawkins tried to get a foot in, but now Spong has brought it clear for Worthing, and it's drifting out of play, and it will be a throw to Enfield Town. Bailey Brown has just walked past us, the injured Bailey Brown, being quizzed on the fact that he had vowed he'd be available for this match, as in his own words I've just overheard, just short of fitness for today. It's getting a little round of applause from the Town fans around us as well. Town are battling for possession in midfield here, but Worthing are scrapping back, and it's Glenn Ray who wins the throw on halfway on the left for Worthing as they attack, and after 21 minutes it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. A new ball is being retrieved for the throw to be taken. Coming up to the halfway mark of the first half, Paul. Strange atmosphere with the news of those 3 early goals for Truro. It's really removed the tension from the game completely, and it's a very odd atmosphere at the Dave Bryant.
It has, Michael. You could really feel the tension at 3 o'clock when we all got underway, but since the news filtered through of those 3 Truro goals, you're right. It's the anxiety's disappeared and everyone feels quite relaxed, and that's possibly passed its way onto the pitch, because that's not good news for Worthing. And it's been a very sort of scrappy first half an hour or so. Very few chances, as said earlier. The only real chance was to Enfield Sam Young's attempted chip, and one corner from Worthing that went right across the box. So it's been a midfield battle, quite a lot of passes going astray. So yeah, it's been a scrappy old game. Just on goal difference, by the way, Michael, those Truro 3 goals are really bad news for Torquay, because at the start of play Truro were above Torquay on goal difference by 2 goals, so that's now been extended. So Truro looking favourites for the title at the moment.
Yeah, Torquay away to Hemel Hempstead today. You're not missing a huge amount of action. Hemel have won a throw or a free kick. Difficult to tell. Is that a throw or a free kick? The ref's blown and it's going to be a throw. Couldn't quite tell if Worthing were planning to take a free kick, but if a throw it was, and they're still going to knock the ball amongst themselves in their back three. Town haven't yet really attacked down the left. What attacks they have produced have come down the right flank so far, and they've generally been long ball type attacks. There's not been too much fluidity to Town's play. There's been nothing down the left. They've been content to scrap in the midfield so far, Paul.
It has, yeah. It's just been a sort of deadlock in midfield, as you say. Billy Leonard, has he touched the ball much this afternoon? I don't think he has, really. I think the key might be, as you say, Michael, to get the ball wide, get the 2 wide men, Peake and Leonard, running at the Worthing defenders and get some crosses in, which the Town have scored so many goals from those crosses this season. It's been a real strong point. We've seen very little of it so far this afternoon.
Worthing have played a long ball forward towards the area. Billy Leonard's missed his header. Files picked it up on the left of the area. Back to goal, trying to turn now. He's got 3 men around him. It's going to come out to Wheeler on the left corner of the area. Wheeler under pressure from Sidwell, goes back to Ray, but Sam Young's snuck in there, got the ball off him, clears up towards halfway. Cook got the header on it, and O'Day will pick it up for Worthing. And inside the centre circle, it's Partington gives it to Packham, tries to chip it forward towards Spong, but Mickey Parcell gets a head in. Sidwell knocks it on. Dillon tries to hold it up. Cook will come back in, sneak the ball out of him. Then nutmegs Sidwell. Good run this from Cook. He's beaten 3 players, giving it wide to Babalola. Babalola back to Cook, inside the area, tries to get a cross in. It's deflected upwards. Appeals for handball against Fal. Town clear anyway, up towards halfway in O'Day. Ray then heads the ball a bit too powerfully for Colbrand, who then almost flattens Gavin McPherson. They're in a bit of an embrace on the sides of the pitch. All ends well. Worthing lobbed the ball forward. It's going to come to Spong. Spong plays it wide to Wheeler, left side of the area. Wheeler cuts onto his right foot, gets a shot in. It's shovelled just across goal by Joe Wright, out for a corner. Good effort there from Wheeler, the left winger, cutting onto his right foot. Second corner of the game for Worthing. That was an indication of the good sort of interplay that Worthing can produce on the front foot.
Yeah, that was very good football from Worthing. They're starting to exert a bit of pressure here on Enfield Town, and as you say, Wheeler cutting side, hits it nicely, and Joe Wright managed to spoon it away for a corner to Worthing.
In comes a corner from Spong on the right. Youngs gets the first head in it. Dillon went to ground and picked himself back up now, and Town have cleared over halfway, and Chris Haig comes all the way out of his area to collect that. Chris Haig clad top to toe in purple. Worthing are wearing red shirts, red shorts, red socks, and Town are in their usual home kit of white shirts, blue shorts and blue socks. Worthing have played the ball forward. Packham there to Fal, neat 1-2. Could have a shot from range. Joe Wright gets down and saves. Worthing starting to find their range here. It's 2 or 3 shots they've had now. That one was from a good 30 yards, but it was well struck. Joe Wright had to be on his mettle there to get down and save that. He's been slightly the busier of the 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah, he has, Michael, particularly in the last few minutes. And Mo Fowl, we know he can score from there, that range. He played an unintentional 1-2 with Lennon Peak, and ball came back to him, hit it, and it was a relatively comfortable save for Joe Wright. But he can score from that range, so Town have been warned.
Worthing building from the back again. They're inside their own half. Town applying the press, but Worthing are wriggling their way out of it. They play neat football, little triangles. You can see why they're high up the table. It's Cook inside his own area, gives it back to Partington. He'll bring it forward, straight through the middle, and OD on over halfway. Has indeed found space, trying to spread the ball forward to the right, and Babalola will keep it in play just down by the corner flag. Tries a first time ball. He might have been better advised to take a touch there, because he couldn't angle his body around it, and he just spun it out of play for a goal kick. Gavin McPherson's in animated mood down by the touchline, barking out instructions, wagging his finger. It's like he's playing a giant game of charades there, Gavin McPherson. He must know, though, Gavin McPherson, he must know the score from elsewhere. He must know that Town are safe.
I'm sure he does. Would have got down to him, but we know what Gavin McPherson's like. He'll be concentrating on this match and wanting to get something out of this match. I think all the charades, all the gesticulation was about just Worthing's midfielders are starting to find a little bit of space between the lines, and that's causing Enfield a bit of few problems.
Yeah, that last attack came from a pass from the centre-back straight through the middle to the centre midfielder Odio. Mickey Parcells intercepted the ball here, and Town on the front foot with Billy Leonard attacking on the right. Leonard advancing towards the area, crunches in with his man, picks himself up, beats his man again. Still Billy Leonard down by the byline, crosses into the area. It's blocked out of play for a corner. Really good play there from Billy Leonard.
That's what we want, Michael. Billy Leonard running at the Worthing defence. He looked like he'd overplayed it. There was a crunching tackle, then the ball fell to him again, tried to get the cross and it was cleared away for an Enfield corner. As we know, Leonard can cause all sorts of problems. His crossing ability is excellent. We're hearing that St Albans have pulled one back, so it is Truro 3, St Albans 1.
And perhaps that's the stimulus the Town players need, because it's been a slightly lacklustre performance so far, but they have this corner now. It's the second corner of the game. Again, it's from the right. Again, it's Lennon Peake going to take. Town this time have 2 players on the goal line. 4 more by the penalty spot. In comes the cross, and it's saved easily enough by Chris Haig. He catches bowls out. Mofar will pick it up, plays it forwards well to O'Day, over halfway. O'Day gives it to Spong, couldn't quite bring it into his path, but play's been called back, and it's a free kick and a yellow card. Yellow card against Mickey Parcell, his 9th yellow card of the season. O'Day led the break. He was brought down as he gave the pass to Spong. The ball went just behind Spong, but after the ball had been played, O'Day was brought to ground by Mickey Parcell. It's a free kick just to the left of centre, about 40-45 yards out from goal, to Worthing. They might think about a shot here, but it would be pretty ambitious. Cross seems far more likely, and they've shoved 6 players forward on the edge of the area from the centre off the D, edging out towards the right to attack this as the sun starts to peep through again. Still hazy clouds around, but it's a warm afternoon. Everyone's in shirt sleeves, and Worthing have an attack 40 yards out. This free kick, Spong standing over it, left-footed, chips it into the area. It's a flick on it, it goes behind for a goal kick. Partington, I think, got the head on it last, and after half an hour it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 0. Elsewhere it's Truro 3, St Albans 1. So as things stand, Truro will win the division, they'll win the title, and Enfield Town will stay up. However, 2 more goals for St Albans will change that. Goal kick for Joe Wright in the Town goal. Joe Wright, who 3 years ago now won the Golden Glove Award in the Isthmian Premier League for Hornchurch for the most clean sheets in the season, has only had 2 so far for Town this season.
4-1
There's head tennis in the centre of the pitch. It's just been announced it's 4-1 to Truro as Billy Leonard delivers across into the area. Pete couldn't quite bring it under his spell. It's out of play for a goal kick. So yes, the latest score we've heard is Truro 4, St Albans 1. And we'll know when that news filters through to the Towners behind the goal, because they'll be in another almighty cheer when that news comes through. Truro 4, St Albans 1. Henry Hawkins gives the ball back to Joe Wright. He has to deal with the back pass, lobs it forward up towards halfway. Peake nods it back. Stallard first time lobs a high ball forward left to right over to Sam Youngs, takes it really well on his chest. Down by the corner flag now, Sam Youngs. Not exactly overdone with support, but Billy Leonard's able to toss the ball into the area. It's headed clear by Partington, and then Spong and O'Day tried to combine to bring it clear, but Parcell stepped in. Babalola got a foot in there, but Parcell has it again, giving it to Billy Leonard on the right. Nice one to that. Billy Leonard low cross into the area. It's cut out there by Packham, and now Glenn Raya can bring it forward for Worthing. Right footer tries to spray the ball out towards the right, but Hawkins has read that. Hawkins clears the ball up the left for Town. Dillon will chase that in the left corner of the area. He's got there ahead of his man, Dillon. He's gone to ground, but nothing doing, says the ref, and O'Day can bring it away for Worthing. O'Day's giving it to Glenn Raya, just south of the centre circle, coming up to halfway now. Raya looking for options, checks onto his right foot and goes backwards to O'Day. Mentioned Henry Hawkins a moment ago. Hawkins picked up the April Player of the Month award for Enfield Town just before kick-off. What did you make of that, Paul?
Thoroughly deserved, Michael. He's been absolutely immense in the last month or so. I thought he had a storming game at Boreham Wood despite the scoreline. Just noticing with the game at the moment, it's become a bit more expansive, the game, a bit more stretched. I'll just break off.
Babalow's gone to the byline, and it's a sliding tackle there from Billy Leonard. Vital challenge, but it's at the expense of a corner. Back to you, Paul.
Yeah, the game's a bit more stretched now. Worthing have threatened a few times on the break, and then Billy Leonard has had much more of the ball, and he's looked really threatening for Enfield Town, downtown as right, and causing Worthing a few problems.
Wheeler will take the corner from the right for Worthing. It's a good one towards the back post, and it's a header into the back of the net, but the whistle has gone. Whistle has gone against Babalola. He climbed well, but the reason he climbed so well was because he had at least one arm and possibly 2 arms on the shoulders of Zav Benjamin, I think, to give himself leverage. It was a really good header when he got there in the end. Bulleted it into the far corner whence the ball had come, but no complaints, not too many complaints from the players either about that one, Paul.
No, more climbing than Edmund Hillary, I would suggest there. He was all over the Enfield Town defender. He did well to get the header in, but yeah, I think that was always going to be a free kick all day long.
Free kick's been taken by Joe Wright. It's nodded back and Thompson shoves it forward. Now Raya gives it to O'Day. O'Day has it stolen off him by Stallard, but it's fallen kindly for Babalola. Now Mo Fal tries to pirouette as his Zan-style pirouette, but Enfield Town defence were having none of it. Nipped in, cleared, and Worthing are building again on halfway. Colbrand under pressure from Youngs, and now Dillon. And Worthing just about play their way out of trouble there. They did well, actually, and it's with Packham, former Brighton and Hove under 23 player. He's coming forward on the left, giving it to Wheeler, cutting onto his right foot, lobs a very high ball towards the back post, too high for everybody, and it's gone onto the roof of the Hertford Jesus stand and into the running track behind. Any individuals caught your eye in this first 34 minutes, Paul?
So I was just having a chat with Ken there, Michael. So what was the question?
Any individuals caught your eye? It's in that entertaining game.
Billy Leonard, when he's got the ball, I think looks a real threat down the right for Enfield. Mickey Parcell, as we've discussed a few times this afternoon, super tenacious in midfield. Worthing, they are a good passing team, aren't they? They look very, very composed on the ball, and the front two look a threat. Mo Fal and Babalola look a real threat up front, good at holding the ball up as well. Don't give them too much time and space in midfield, I think will be the message, because when they do play it around, that they're used to playing on their artificial pitch at home, of course. They're a very good passing outfit. Sorry, I'll pay attention from now on, Michael. Don't talk to me, Ken.
I mean, if anything, it reflects the sort of mood around the pitch. It feels a bit more like a cricket match at times, watching a cricket match than a football match. That sort of laid-back, summery attitude around the pitch with Truro beating St Albans 4-1. It means Town's safety, early to say, but it's virtually guaranteed. Stallard has now lobbed the ball up the left flank and Dillon's onto it. Flag stay down for Dillon, down by the corner flag. He's nutmegged his man, he's won the corner. We should have won the corner. That absolutely surely came off the legs of the Worthing player. It's gone out of play and a goal kick's been given. Well, that's left us all a bit bemused. But a goal kick it is, and the referee is of course always right, so players continued. Worthing just passing the ball amongst themselves in the back three. Worthing are missing their talisman, central midfielder, attacking midfielder Danny Cashman. He's got 16 goals this season. He's been ruled out injured, but despite that they're looking potent in midfield. As the long ball is played forward, falls in, has his first time shot and it's gone straight at Joe Wright. That was a good opportunistic effort there from Fal on his left foot, just from a long ball over the top, but it was straight at Wright. Good technique though from Fal.
Yeah, we're familiar with that here at the Dave Bryant Stadium. But long ball played into the channel and Mo Fal's onto it. He's super quick and he's got a great technique, as you say, Michael, and he got his shot away, but luckily no real venom behind it and it was a comfortable save for Joe Wright. But that's the threat. That's the threat from Worthing. Their front two do look dangerous, and here we go again.
Yeah, another ball played over the top. Joe Wright's come out of his area, got a solid boot on that. It's gone high into the atmosphere. It's going to bounce out of play. Tiny ball girl in a luminous high vis that they're wearing like a tent gathers the ball, and Worthing take the throw from the left. It's thrown in towards Fal, and Town clear up the line with Sam Youngs. It's picked up here by Packham, trying to play infield. O'Day challenges, wins a free kick from the late challenge by Lennon Peake. Been a bit bitty in midfield. What smooth cohesion there has been has come from the Worthing players, and then Town jumping in with some late challenges. Worthing have this free kick. It's about 20 yards inside the Town half, slightly to the left. They've got the two big men up front who are waiting for a delivery, but apart from them, only Glenn Ray has joined them. Colbrand at the back post as well, but they're going to play it down the flank, this free kick. It's come to Wheeler onto his right foot, chips in towards the penalty area. It's allowed to bounce once, then Stallard gets an important head on it. That's gone out for a corner for Worthing. They're fourth of the game. This one's from the right, and Jack Spong will take it, another of the former Brighton contingent in the Worthing ranks. There's two or three of them. Spong, 23 years of age, 7 goals to his name this season, crosses into the 6-yard box. Solid header from Sam Youngs, will find touch just by the Town dugout. Throw to Worthing, 15 yards inside the Town half on the right. It's with Odie, gives it to Raya, first time ball into Cook, back to Raya. Neat play that by Worthing, but Thompson steps in, clears all the way up to the Worthing goalkeeper Haig. They certainly are very good on the floor, Worthing. And they've got to build again from the back. This is Partington giving it to Cook. Back to Partington. Dillon applying the press. Partington just let the ball drift under his foot there, but no harm. And Hay gives it to O'Day. He's under pressure from Sidwell. Town applying a high press here. Peake's going to follow that up all the way to the goalkeeper. He lobs the ball forward to Cook, takes it calmly on his chest in the right back position for Worthing. Cook plays it forward to Colbrand, the captain. Colbrand plays the ball forward. Flag stays down. Mofar, and now finally the flag goes up. There were both the Worthing forwards were a good couple of yards offside there. The assistant linesman just kept us all in suspense for a couple of seconds there before deciding to raise his flag, but certainly the right decision.
Yes, it was high press there from Enfield. Probably the first time we've seen that this afternoon, and Worthing broke through it and played the ball into the channel down the line. Both Enfield Worthing forwards were onto it, but both, it was clear from here, straight offside. But that is a danger for the Towners.
Town trying to get on the front foot here. Here's Ellen Peake shooting from range. Ball deflects off a defender and spins over the bar for a corner, and that came from a long ball that Worthing didn't entirely clear, and Peake just had a go. It didn't bother with any such niceties as bringing the ball under control. He just swung a boot at it, volleyed from 25 yards. It hit the first defender, spun over the bar, and Town have their third corner of the game. Worth an effort there from Peake, who'll take the corner himself.
It was, yeah, just a long ball down the field by Joe Wright. Fell invitingly, I mean, they didn't deal with it at all well, Worthing, invitingly to Joe Peake, just outside the penalty area, and thought, why not? Have a swing, and now it's a corner to Enfield.
Corner on the left this time. Town's first on the left. The previous two have been on the right. Peake will take it. Will be an outswinger. In it comes towards the back post. Youngs tries to get ahead in it. Second header is won by Worthing. And now Wheeler can bring it down inside his own area. Back to goal, gives it back to O'Day. O'Day shoves it up towards halfway, but Sidwell does well to get there before the rangy-limbed Mofal. Gives it back to Joe Wright. Wright blasts the ball down the right flank. Billy Leonard will try to keep it in, and he's won a throw. 5 yards from the corner flag, and this is an attacking position. And with 4 minutes to go, Town have a chance to launch a rare sortie into the Worthing area. Billy Leonard has the ball in his hands, takes it short to Peake, who's drifted out towards the left now, but Peake's control slightly let him down. Wheeler steals it off him, combines with Ray, and now it's with O'Day outside his own penalty area. Neat footwork from him, and Worthing on the attack on the right. Hawkins has poked it out of play, and it's a throw to Worthing 10 yards inside the Town half, which their captain Colbrand will take.
Come on, Town!
Over 300 appearances, Joe Colbrand for Worthing. Dillon's intercepted here on halfway, and then he's gone over.
Why is that not a booking?
Ray. Free kick to Town. Irate demands for a booking from alongside me, but it's going to be a free kick and nothing more. Just it's basically right on halfway, 5 yards in from the left touchline. Dillon upended, and Town can launch the ball forward along towards the Worthing penalty area here. Hawkins himself will take the free kick. Thompson striding forward, but not much other height to be offered. Talking of height, Bailey Brown's walked past us again. Hawkins delivers the free kick in towards the area. It's headed clear by Ray. Nodded back by Wheeler. Back to Ray. He's not quite properly connected with that clearance. Leonard could head it forward. Youngs brings it under control. Back to goal. Gives it back to Leonard. Now it's with Zav Benjamin on halfway. Henry Hawkins inside the centre circle. Lines up a long left-footed high ball forward towards the right, and Billy Leonard brings it down beautifully. Gives it back to Sam Youngs. He brings it down neatly as well. Has a bit of time. Chips it in towards the area. Peake was arriving, but it's headed clear well by the captain Colbrand for Worthing. It's gone out of play for a Town throw. Halfway inside the Worthing half. Town having a little spell of pressure here at the end of this first half. It's back with Billy Leonard motoring down the right flank. He's dispossessed by Wheeler. Wheeler right in front of his own corner flag. Gives it back to Packham. And Packham plays it short, and Worthing one touch their way. Neat triangle here. Well, I've seen Premier League sides play their way out of danger worse than Worthing just have. That was really neatly done by Worthing.
That was super confident, wasn't it? Yeah, I think a certain team in North London would love to play like that. Yeah, that was super confident playing out from the back. They do look really confident on the ball, Worthing. The last few minutes, Michael, Enfield have been trying to get it out onto the Towners' right as much as possible. Some lovely raking passes. Hawkins one just now out to Billy Leonard. I think the feeling is that that's the way to put under pressure, Worthing, get Billy Leonard on the ball, get some crosses in, and they do look a little shaky, I think, when the ball is played up quickly. They've looked a bit dodgy at the back at times.
And they are missing their regular left-sided centre-back, Sam Beard. He's out suspended, I think, today. Former Barnet man, Sam Beard. So that might explain why the deputy, Sam Packham, is being targeted on that side. They're bringing it forward now on the right flank, Worthing. Colbrand's flicked it forward towards Babalola. It's going to fall for Spong outside the D. Spong into foul. First time ball into the area. Here's Babalola trying to bring it onto his right foot. In comes a shot from Spong. It's deflected wide. Great saving block by Parcell. The shot came in from Spong from about 12 yards, just right of the penalty spot. It was flying towards the top corner and Parcell stuck a head out into its way. Nodded it behind for a corner.
Yeah, another nice move by Worthing there. It came to Babalola, who laid it off. Shot came in, and Mickey Parcell just putting everything into this. Got body and head on the ball and got it away for a corner to Worthing.
Corner's delivered by Wheeler towards the back post. Babalola's up, in comes the header, and it's in the back of the net. This one does stand. Worthing have taken the lead from the corner. The header came in. It's Raya taking the congratulations. It was nothing more complicated than a corner towards the back post, and from about 6 yards out, Raya got his head on it. Right on half time, the 45th minute. It's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 1.
Yeah, I think Gavin McPherson will be very upset with that goal from a set piece. I think they released a couple of goals last week at Boreham Wood, or last Monday at Boreham Wood, from corners, and this was the same. Just a corner came all the way across the box. Babalola got above everybody, got the header in, and in it went. He had one disallowed earlier for climbing, but he wasn't climbing there. It was a great header. As I say, got above all the Enfield defenders, and it was very easy for him, and it is 1-0 Worthing.
I wonder what that will do to the half-time team talk. I was going to ask what you thought Gavin's message might be at half-time. He won't be happy about conceding directly from a corner. What do you think his message will be at half-time?
Yeah, I think he'll be fuming actually about conceding from a corner, a bit like he was a couple of set-piece goals at Boreham Wood. I think he'll be saying, go out to win this game. Get the ball out wide as much as you can, get crosses in, but you've got to keep tight with them in midfield and try and stop them playing out from the back as well, because they've been doing a lot of that. Maybe close down, press a bit higher up the pitch.
Just had an eye on Gavin there outside the dugout as Worthing again play out from the back. Just had an eye on town manager Gavin McPherson. He's exhorting his players, he's clapping, he's trying to inject some energy into them. He's doing the double teapot now, Gavin. He's not looking entirely thrilled with things. But to remind, Town are staying up as things stand, because elsewhere Truro are beating St Albans by 4-1. And if that result stays the same, if St Albans fail to win, then Town will stay up. The half-time whistle has gone here at the Dave Bryant Stadium. At half-time it is Enfield Town 0, Worthing 1, with a goal right on half-time from Glenn Raya. What did you make then in summary of that first half, Paul?
Strange half really, Michael. Started off 100 miles an hour, very nervy from both teams, and I think they were getting the sense from the supporters in the stands of the nerves. But then when the goals started to go in at Truro City Stadium, things calmed down a bit. Just hearing confirmation, Truro City 4, St Albans 1. Huge cheer from the main stand, huge cheer from the Hertfordshire Zoo end. There's dancing in the Hertfordshire Zoo end. But I think Worthing have been a better side. They like to pass it around. The front two have caused problems. I think Town have looked most dangerous when they've got it out wide, particularly to Billy Leonard. But it's only 1-0, and I think Gavin will be exalting the troops, saying we can get something out of this. If you play like you have been the last few weeks, we can get at least a point out of this, if not more. So it's just 1-0, Michael.
It's not over.
You refer to last few weeks, playing like the last few weeks. This has been a slightly under par performance, hasn't it? It's not been the same standard as in recent weeks.
It's lacked a little bit of the energy, I think, of recent weeks. I think we've defended pretty well, apart from the goal from a corner. But a bit of that energy has slightly been missing. Is it because Jack Bates isn't playing? Possibly. I think he brings a lot of energy to that midfield. He likes to run with the ball. He's got an eye for a pass. And Bailey Brown as well, who brings that physicality to midfield as well. I think that's been lacking a little bit. But I think Gavin will be saying to them, come on, one last big push, second half.
Well, we'll take a break now for half-time. The microphone will stay on, so you'll hear a bit of background murmur and burble. But we'll take a break for about 10 minutes or so. Join us just after 4 o'clock for the resumption for the second half. We leave you with scores elsewhere indicating that Truro are beating St Albans by 4-1. But here at the Dave Bryant Stadium, the half-time score is Enfield Town 0, Worthing 1. Nevertheless, as things stand, Town are staying up. See you in 10 or so minutes.
Oh, it's really, it'd be nice to finish as soon as it's fine. Only a point. They're a bit of last inside. Oh, is it? Yeah, it was. They've been the game, virtually the whole game. I mean, they play really well as well. Their passing thing about it. They were playing professional. Yeah, it's like he's at Paul Woods on Monday. It's the same sort of thing. You can tell that they're full time.
Don't forget the bus stop is open for all your bits and pieces. £1 per can of drink in there today. In the club shops, only £1 per cold drink available.
I always like to correct people when that's said.
You're like a hybrid, though, aren't you?
No, twice a week.
Full supporters
In the day or
tidy up around the table.
But then you must have the money for better players, which, especially the two forwards. You know, we haven't got anybody that can score a goal. You've got two players that are so dangerous. How does this affect you with the way the games are going?
Just means that we play off where, as things stand before. So what's that, home semi-final? I reckon May 1st. And if they get a goal, then it's a game. But next goal goes to Worthing.
It's again,
it's different. Well,
then you get a home tie.
At the moment, between a draw and a win,
They come alongside them. They're lacking. So we play very strong midfield. I think we play both up top.
Maidstone on Tuesday,
Take off Stan
Dorking on Wednesday.
And then have Bates. Barcelona, Bates, City. Sorry, Barcelona, City. Slightly different. What do I know? We're all experts in touch.
Unbelievable. We're staying on as of now. I got sucked into it, believing that Real Madrid could turn around and do everything. Because we done it against Barcelona.
I've seen it happen.
We done it against Barcelona.
Real Madrid fight all the way through. Who would know the other goals? Barcelona
And Argentina, I think.
Just 1-3. Couple minutes.
Also was early.
Yeah, so that was early.
Yeah, last set was early, Right, Stuart. She's alright, she had a should be on match, I like to see a bit more energy setting off. Well, I've seen all the stamps down and that. Is that where you are down there? Yeah, good. Making a bit quiet. Are you in or? Right, yeah. Fair enough. They're both comfortable at I did. And you're going to have to learn what the other I think the best bet is we should take what we've got and cut the learning. As soon as we have, like you say, I think this is the learning for next season. Forwards. Just how soon does I shoot? I don't know how it works, but yeah, I don't have the money to go so far the forwards, but that feels really good for me. He's sorted out the things, and I think Adam Thompson's right, it's going to make a difference. I can understand that. Oh, right, yeah. Just I know where you're coming from. Really striking over. Quite experience left back again. No, it's a lot of hassle, a lot of work. Yeah. You're going to work. You're going to mix up anyway, pretty much. Largely. I should have scored on my you get a bit more money for a lot of work. I would have scored in the stand, honestly. That's all. Yeah, and I think they'll be a little burst after half time. We'll come out and we kick into all their own. Yeah. But if they get the next goal, like they're turning to this again, we'll just fizzle out again. I'm not sure. I think Cardiff is a bit lost. If we can get any kind of lead. I hope so. Yeah, I need a bit of talking about that. Yeah. Who knows? It felt like it was in that first stage. A bit of a desperate. I will be. I think they will be. No, but I think it's all I said to him, we'll do it from that side. So Sammy was in work with the presentations and explain about how it works. Anyway, no, that's just the presentation. What the goal? That's what I usually you only need I can get across my I'll vote for the season. That's an interesting one. It depends on how criteria. I went single.
because number one is a great strike. Number two starting comeback.
So that's the thing.
I don't vote for the player of the year to play.
No, I'm the same problem, yeah.
I managed it all right.
I'd have a chat on air about that. I'd have suggested Adam Thompson, which I know is in left field, but not so much because of his performances as field. He seemed to turn around when he came in. He was shipping 60 full seasons, shipping goal after goal. He came in and just arrested that and gradually got themselves together. I know there's Sam Young's argument to more Mickey Parcell.
Could be difficult, but I can see someone like it's been immense.
We even say he's necessarily
Tiger roll with cheese.
Yeah, he has been really good. Yeah.
It's major and kind of low.
Just we needed that. We needed somebody who knew the game. We just can't put down on that. Started the recovery one.
Somebody hard in midfield. Striking we must be. We've got to start scoring goals. We don't score goals. The best we can ever do is draw.
How many players will leave though? I mean, who's going to stay? Who's going to go? Obviously, usually no winner.
Lennon Pete will go to another club.
Southampton.
And Bailey Brown.
Sam Young's, Marcel, Joe Wright, I think that's the sort of start.
There's, well, people come in, most good players, since they've been off
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Dave Bryant Stadium, where the score at half-time is Enfield Town 0, Worthing 1, but the score elsewhere is Truro City 4, St Albans 1. The sum total of which is that, as things stand, Town are staying up. The Town players are back out onto the pitch. Some of them are sprinting around the cones that have been laid out to get the blood pumping again in preparation for the second half. We're having a glance around the pitch. It's not obvious that there are any changes at half-time, but we'll bring you up to date with any if there are. Worthing players aren't yet back out on the pitch, so I'll run through the Town team. It's Joe Wright in goal, Sav Benjamin, Adam Thompson and Henry Hawkins at the back, Charlie Stallard left wing back and Billy Leonard right wing back, Mickey Parcell, Harry Sidwell, Lennon Peake and Sam Youngs in the middle, behind Cian Dillon on his own up top. And on the bench for Town today, Anointed Chuku, Hisham Kasanu, Reece Forster, Ollie Knight and John Oyenuga. The Worthing side is Chris Haig, Joel Colbran, Joe Cook, Joe Partington, Jack Spong, Mo Farl, Nicky Wheeler, Temi Babalola, Glenn Ray, Sam Packham and O'Day Martin Sarundo. And the Worthing players themselves are trotting back onto the pitch. So it doesn't look like there's a change from either side. The sun is now out. It's still hazy cloud, but it's a warm old afternoon and very spring-like feel to it. Good atmosphere around, good relaxed atmosphere around the Dave Bryant Stadium now. The new stand is up and running opposite us, 400 seats. Very smart it looks too. Town fans packed into the Hertfordshire Zoo end. And they're all in good spirits because elsewhere, Truro are beating St Albans 4-1. And if that stays the same, if St Albans fail to win that, Town stay up. What do you think the half-time message will have been then? And what can you expect at the start of this second half, Paul?
Well, as you say, Michael, there's a real party, carnival atmosphere around the Dave Bryant at the moment, with that news of the score so far at Truro. Certainly as far as the Town fans are concerned, I would hope there'll be a real high-energy start from Town at the start of this second half. I think Gavin would have said to the boys, he'd have said to them, come on lads, it's the last game of the season, let's give the fans a real good send-off let's really go for this, let's get something out of this game. So I would expect real high energy in this second half. Go direct, get the ball wide as much as you can, get crosses in. That's what I'm hoping to see, with the possibility, Michael, of 10-15 minutes into the half with some changes. 2 forwards on the pitch, Chuck on the bench, Chukwu and Castanu, of course.
The second half has just started. Worthing have kicked off. Yes, Gavin tends to give it at least 15 minutes before making his substitutions. Adam Thompson's just knocked the ball out of play, and it's a throw to Worthing on the right as they attack, about 15-20 yards inside the town half. It's taken by Cook towards Colbrand, the captain. Colbrand wins a throw now halfway inside the town half, still on the right. Colbrand lobs the ball into the area. Cook takes it on the gallop, but it's cleared by Town, and then Parcell puts his foot through it, and it goes up to halfway. And Partington will bring it forward for Worthing. Spong goes down. Free kick to Worthing, about 15 yards inside the town half, slightly to the right of the centre circle for the foul on Spong. He's pretty much their string puller, isn't he? Spong in the centre there. He and O'Day do most of the passing and moving in centre midfield.
Yeah, a lot of it, the ball comes into them, and there's some really good interchanging around them as well, Michael. We saw that in the first half as the free kick comes in.
Free kick into the area, it's flicked on towards the back post. It's going to be picked up by Ray, a goal scorer, of course. Thompson comes across, clears out of play. It's a throw to Worthing on the left, level with the edge of the town area. There's a stoppage though, because the town player is down holding his head. I think it's Sam Youngs. Paul, you were saying?
Yes, they are a footballing side. A lot comes through their central midfield, and there's a lot of good movement around them, particularly from the front two, and then they're finding those front two in the channels as well. So that has caused Enfield Town quite a few problems. Worthing have had the better of this second half, but they played quite a few aerial balls into the Town box, which Towners defenders have coped with quite comfortably so far, Michael.
Play has finally restarted, and it's Packham playing infield to Ray. First time ball chipped out towards Wheeler. Town intercept. Ball still finds its way to Wheeler. He nods it on to Ray. That's a good header. Down by the corner flag now. Glenn Ray settles for a throw. Just a couple of yards from the left corner flag. Throws it back to Packham. Packham spreads it infield, and Worthing move from left to right. Here's Cook giving it to Colbrand on the right flank now, but he's put under pressure by Stallard. Goes back to O'Day, and O'Day gives it back to Partington. Partington back to Cook. Cook, who's picked up 13 yellow cards and 1 red this season. Now it's played forward, and Town player brings Worthing player down. It's Spong who went down, and a referee points to the spot. Penalty to Worthing.
Parcell on someone.
Mickey Parcell brought down Spong. The Spong got loose on the right side of the area. He was brought down from behind. Any complaints about that one, Paul?
No, I don't think so, Michael. It looked to me like Parcell was about to get it. I think it got ball side of the defender, and I think the defender the striker just got got a foot on the ball and just tapped it beyond Parcell, who lunged in for it, and I think it's a penalty.
Spong, I think it is, who's having been brought down, is now stepping up to take the penalty up against Joe Wright. Looks like he's going to take it left-footed. The referee's just having words with all those on the edge of the area. So 3 minutes into the second half, a penalty for Worthing. Spong against Joe Wright. Whistle goes. Spong pauses, steps up now, and scores. Sends Joe Wright the wrong way, and it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2. Joe Wright dived to his left. The ball went low to his right. Solid penalty. Worthing fans are pleased about that. Town fans are still cheering because they know they're still staying up. But after 49 minutes, it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2.
Yeah, very disappointing. There I was talking about a high energy start to the second half, and let's go for it, and we're 2-0 down. And yes, I think it was a penalty. Parcell was trying to get the ball side of the defender, didn't quite manage it, and I think he caught him. Defender went down, and I don't think we can really argue about that. So as you say, 2-0 Worthing.
Town have kicked off again, launched the ball high up the left, but it's headed clear by Worthing. Comes back at the Town forwards, but Worthing clear again, this time with Colbrand clearing over halfway. Babalola will chase that. Thompson comes across, clears out of play, and it's a throw to Worthing on halfway on the right. Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2. Town are still staying up as things stand because elsewhere St Albans had to win, and they are trailing Truro by 4 goals to 1.
Yeah, penalty.
So
Mate brought him down.
it's back with Partington at the back for Worthing inside his own half.
Big stick.
And then we were speculating at half time how Town might start the second half as the ball drifts out of play and Town win a throw in their left back position. I did postulate that Town might have a bit of energy at the start of the second half after a half time talking to, and if they got the next goal it would really set things up, but if they conceded it might deflate the atmosphere. They conceded, and well, trailing 2-0 to the side in fourth and with safety all but guaranteed. Do you see much of a comeback now from Town?
Yeah, you're right with what you say, Michael. And Worthing have been finding a lot of time and space in midfield, and they've been finding their passes well, as they're doing at the moment. Possibly, maybe Gavin would think about bringing another forward on, possibly Chukwu, a bit of physicality up there, go a bit more direct, get the ball up there, cause some problems for their defenders. Especially as, you know, if we lose this game, although it'll be disappointing, it won't be the end of the world as things stand. That is a possibility.
Worthing again demonstrating how competently they play out from the back. In terms of bringing on a striker, particularly if it's a second striker and Town move to 2 up front, who would you see being withdrawn from midfield? And what have you, on that note, not suggesting he might be withdrawn, but what have you made of Lennon Peake in the central position rather than out on the left today? I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in now, Paul.
I think he's better on the left, personally. He's such a good crosser of the ball. And I think we were talking about this at half time off air. I think Stallard, you were saying, Michael, could be the one who comes off. Lennon Peake goes left side and then go 2 up top. That could be an option for Gavin. There doesn't seem to be any activity on the bench at the moment, though.
No, the Town subs are out on the touchlines, but they're just watching the game at the moment. They're not really going through their paces with particular rigour. They're just like the rest of us watching on. Worthing are on the front foot just over halfway with Cook giving it to Colbrand. He tries to chip it forward. Files breaking forward. Babalola's chasing, but that's drifted out of play for a goal kick. 2,121 is the attendance today for Town. So not quite on a par with last Friday's highest ever attendance, which was 2,499. Highest ever crowd in the club's history last Friday for the visit of St Albans. Today is 2,121, marking the opening of the new stand opposite us. Free kick's been taken by Town, goal kick, and Wheeler is bringing it forward for Worthing just over halfway on the left. Wheeler spins infield, tries to play the ball forward. O'Day is giving chase, but Joe Wright's come out off his line to gather that safely enough, and it remains after 53 minutes Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2. Final game of the season. Who would you suggest have been the standout players of the season for Town, Paul?
Well, that's a question. That's a question for you. One of them's on the ball at the moment, actually, Adam Thompson. And again, we were discussing about this half time. He's been outstanding since he came in, mainly for his leadership skills and organisation. The two defenders, Benjamin and Hawkins, I think the back three, those three have been absolutely outstanding in recent months. Mickey Parcell, Mr. Versatile, he can play anywhere. Sam Youngs, where would we be without his goals? I think they are probably the main standout contenders for any Player of the Season award, as the ball just goes out gently for a throw-in to Enfield Town. But yeah, I think Thompson, the back three, Thompson, Hawkins, Benjamin, Sam Youngs for his goals, Mickey Parcell for his versatility. Yeah, they are probably the main standouts, Michael.
Neat ball there from Youngs into Peake on the right. Peake fires the ball across the area. It's gone, evaded everybody. Stallard picks it up, keeps it in play on the left, tries to play it back to Parcell. He's burst into the area, but Worthing have snuck possession back, and they can play the ball out of defence once more in that calm manner that they've demonstrated over and over again. Break off for a moment there because my broadcasting equipment is getting in a tangle in front of me. The joys of commentating at Step 2. No monitors and real-time replays here, it's just what we see in front of us. As the ball is fired forward aimlessly by Worthing into the hands of Joe Wright, and after 55 minutes it remains Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2. Well, I asked you for your suggestion of player of the season, Paul, and you gave me 5 different names. Want to narrow that down a bit more?
You'll find out afterwards.
Well, the award's going to be made, bar any St Albans recovery. I'll just break off.
Stallard on the left is crossed deep into the area. It's way over the head of Sam Youngs. Billy Leonard will keep it alive on the right. Leonard pulls it back. First time ball in from Sidwell. Sidwell's first time cross is cleared by Worthing, and it's up and halfway, and Parcell gives it back to Sidwell. Takes a touch. Plays it up the line on the right to Billy Leonard. Looks to beat his man. Tries to get a first time cross in. Does that spin off a defender? It did. It's a corner. Town's first corner of the second half. They're 4th in total. Billy Leonard, I think, would be an outside shout for player of the season, but there probably have been more eye-catching contributions over the course of the season. Lennon Peake is trotting across to take this corner. He will be left-footed, and another in-swinger from the right. Ollie Knight is being readied on the substitutes bench, so that would presumably see Charlie Stallard replaced, but we'll wait and see on that. For the time being, Lennon Peake's preparing this corner, and Town have gathered everyone on the penalty spot, apart from Dillon, who's on their goal line. In comes the corner now towards the back post. Hawkins rises, but it's a Worthing head on it. Wheeler takes it on his chest very calmly, and then too calmly gives it away to Lennon Peake. Thinks about a shot from range, but that's high and wide. I mean, lovely shape on that from Lennon Peake. Lovely technique, but far too high over the top. Cutting in from the right, outside the area, on his left foot. And it remains Enfield Town 0, Worthing 2. I mean, I think you've given a bit of a long list for player of the season. I think Sam Youngs, I suppose, would be the hot favourite for the award, would you say?
Yeah, I would have thought so. Without his, I think, 17 goals this season, where would we be? I think so. But personally, I went for Mickey Parcell just for his versatility and his leadership. But there's so many contenders, as we say, and we will find out later on today. Bar a St Albans comeback. The award, I think, has been made in the Butler's Bar after the game, Michael.
My vote went with Adam Thompson, myself.
Already.
Because of the contribution that Thompson made over the course of the season, particularly calming down that defence that was leaking goals left, right and centre. Oh, really poor throw out there from Joe Wright, but the whistle had already gone. Foul will claim not to have heard the whistle and just tuck the ball into the unguarded net, but the whistle had gone, so it doesn't count. It will be a free kick to Town. And Ollie Knight, having readied himself, has put his bib back on. And looks like Worthing are going to make a couple of substitutions before Town do, with Tommy Willard and Liam Nash being prepared. Nash, who's already scored against Enfield Town this season for Hornchurch. Joe Wright takes the goal kick, goes out of play on the right, just in front of the Town dugout, practically inside the Town dugout actually, and the throw will be taken in the left back position by Packham for Worthing, just inside halfway on the left for Worthing. Throws up the line short to Wheeler back to goal, gives it back to Cook. He off the 13 yellows and 1 red this season. They're 5 red cards Worthing have had this season. I think Town, I'm right in saying, have had 2 in the league. From memory, Zav Benjamin and Harley Mills have had the red cards for Town this season. Worthing still trying to build halfway. Long ball played forward towards Spong. Really good header back towards Fowl. Fowl shoots from range, scores! Worthing go 3-0 up. What a beautifully crafted goal that was. Long ball forward from the left. Found Spong, who was in space. Rather than take it on, he headed it backwards to Fowl, who was in acres of space on the edge of the area. He picked his spot, fired low, past Joe Wright's dive. Bottom right-hand corner. It's Enfield Town 0, Worthing 3.
Yeah, there's a real kind of sleepy atmosphere around the ground at the moment, and it seems to translate itself on the pitch. And Worthing are finding a lot of spaces now, and it was a ball from the left into the Worthing player who headed it off to Mo Fowl, who was in acres of space on the edge of the box. And we know from there he is deadly, and it was a great effort that Joe Wright couldn't really get to. Nice effort and shot by Mo Fowl. And yeah, sad to say it's 3-0, but results elsewhere are going our way, but disappointing. Just on Worthing, you can see their strength, Michael, when they've got someone like Liam Nash they can bring on, who was scoring goals left, right and centre for Hornchurch, and he's only on their bench. So what a weapon that is for them.
Yeah, 75 goals and 132 appearances he got in total for Hornchurch, which is brilliant going for an attacking midfielder. Plays restarted again then. Town trailing by 3-0 now, but still staying up because of results elsewhere. So it will still be something of a party atmosphere come the full-time whistle. However, it's Worthing on the attack. Here's Willard, the substitute, plays it behind his left back though, and Sidwell's on the march. He's charged down by 2 different players. Sam Youngs will try to pick it up, but Packham's got there first, giving it to O'Day. He's flicked it inside to Cook. Cook marches over halfway, ball at his feet, still going. Cook up towards the penalty area, goes to grounds now, play goes on. Town have a chance to bring it away. Parcell under pressure gives it back to his goalkeeper, and it's blasted up towards the halfway line, where Worthing will pick up possession again. Here's Raya, who got the ball rolling with their first goal right on half time. Now it's with O'Day. He's pulling the strings in that Modric sort of role, deep lying centre midfielder. And Worthing slow it down to walking pace as they pass around the middle third now. Worthing scored 73 goals before today, goal difference of plus 16. They'd won 11 on their travels before today, drawn 4 and lost 7, and they look set to make it a clear dozen wins away from home today with this 3-0 lead. They're still knocking the ball around on halfway. Town applying a half-hearted press. It's a sort of press in name only. They're not really getting close enough to dangle a leg, let alone win the ball. Worthing tried to force the ball forward. Thompson cuts it out, but only by thumping the ball up, and Willard picks it up inside his own half, and Worthing will build again from the back. Worthing all in red today. Town fans still in good voice, knowing that they're almost certainly staying up. 2,121 of them in attendance today. Worthing look to move forward. Thompson gets a good foot in, then a very late challenge from Sidwell. I think it was on Raya. Avoids censure from the referee. There's no yellow card. It's just a free kick right on the centre circle.
Yep. That was no.
And the free kick for Worthing will be taken by Partington. Partington plays it down the left. It's for Nash. Nash cuts onto his right foot, thinks about a shot, now leaves it for Willard. Willard plays it across goal. It's deflected and then cleared by Parcell desperately. Billy Leonard just about brings it under control, but he's lost out. It's Willard again on the right corner of the area. Shot spoons off the defender into the area. Free header, and it's straight at Joe Wright. Oh, it was such an opportunity there, the free header. I think it was Nash, the substitute, who arrived onto it late. Poked the header straight at the goalkeeper, but more pressure there from Worthing. If anything, it looks like a fourth goal from Worthing is forthcoming rather than a first for Town.
Yeah, I'm afraid to say, Michael, it does look like it's coming. All sorts was going on there in the Enfield Town penalty area. Ball came across, I think it was Jav Benjamin, missed the header, came to Nash, got a snap header in, thankfully straight at Joe Wright.
And it's Worthing on the attack again with Odie. It's gone back to Colbrand, the captain, halfway inside the Town half. Out on the right, it's Odie again. Infield now, and Raya tried a first time ball. It's cut out by Town, but only as far as Odie again. Back to goal. Poking and prodding for an opportunity. Neat interchange, and then the shot flashed in there by Nash from long distance, goes wide. Goal kick to Town. 64 minutes gone. Enfield Town 0, Worthing 3. Town's first substitute is going to be brought on. It's Ollie Knight being readied. Anointed Chuka is also ready in preparation, and it looks like Mickey Parcell might be coming off for Town.
He's coming on for Mickey Parcell.
So Parcell's 43rd appearance of the season comes to an end prematurely. He's given the captain's armband to Sam Youngs. He goes off, gets a rousing reception from the Town fans in the Hertfordshire Zoo end, who acclaim him as one of their own. He's off. Anointed Chukwu's also coming on. And Chukwu's going to be coming on. Gavin McPherson's annoyed about something on the touchline there. There's a pause here, and I'm not quite sure why. I think it's just because the fourth official was taking his time and sorting out the numbers. But it's Lennon Peake who's going off. Anointed Chukwu coming on. What have you made of Parcell and Peake's performances today, Paul?
They've been chasing shadows a little bit, Michael, to be honest with you. Such has been the dominance of Worthing in midfield. They've been passing it around, and it's been hard work for them. Lennon Peake hasn't had many chances to move forward and get the ball onto that great left foot of his. So I think it's been hard work for them. Just as Joe Wright takes a goal kick to a crescendo of noise from the Worthing end. I think this afternoon Town have mentioned Miss Bailey Brown a lot, his physicality in midfield, and also Jack Bates as well. So it's been difficult for the Enfield Town midfielders. It'll be interesting to see. I think Town needs more physicality, more energy in midfield. Will Ollie Knight bring that? I'm not sure, but certainly Chuck will change the dynamic up front. Now playing with two up front alongside Dylan.
Ball's played into the area. Mo Fowle's on the gallop. Oh, brilliant goal, Mo Fowle! What a finish! That was Van Basten-esque from Mo Fowle. The angle was tight, the ball was bouncing, and he just smashed a first-time volley from an acute angle into the top corner. Joe White barely moved. What a finish! Mo Fowle take a bow. 67 minutes. And it's Enfield Town 0, Worthing City 4.
We were saying at the start of the game, Michael, we know all about Mo Fowle. We know all about what Mo Fowle can do, and there was an example. The ball was just played wide to him. He was running onto it. The cutest of angle, the edge of the penalty area, wide edge of the penalty area. And as you say, a Van Basten type angle. He hit it on the half volley into the top corner, the far top corner of the net. A fantastic strike, you have to say, by Mo Fowle. What a goal that was. Yeah, he's shown once again what he can do. He is some player. Some player he is, and it's 4-0 Worthing.
That's what you get.
Well, Town will be relieved that results elsewhere are going their way, because they're falling apart at the seams here.
What's the strike?
Knight and Chukwu, I think either of them had a touch of the ball before Fowle fired in that fourth goal for Worthing. Town are in possession at least. Hawkins has lobbed a high ball forward, and we can have a think about what Town's new formation will be with two forwards on the pitch. Chukwu and Dylan are obviously the two up front. Town still look to be playing three across the middle, so it looks like a 3-5-2 now.
Come on, Tail!
With Sam Youngs a bit deeper in midfield. Chukwu there immediately making his presence felt and getting a foot in, but Worthing have cleared over halfway, something for Wheeler to chase. Benjamin's done well there to steal the ball off him. And Sidwell's in possession now inside his own half. We're speculating as to whether it's a back four, but a lovely touch from Chukwu has released Billy Leonard on the right. Leonard crosses into the area, Dylan gets a touch on it, and it's got into the back of the net. Cian Dillon scores for Town. Brilliant build-up play there, vital touch from Chukwu. Billy Leonard sped down the right, from the right corner of the area, curled a low cross into the area, and Cian Dillon stretched, slid, got his studs onto the ball, just rolled it into the far corner, just inside the post, and Town have a goal back. It's Enfield Town 1, Worthing 4.
Nicely worked goal, Michael. Ball worked out wide to Leonard. We've said many times this afternoon, Billy Leonard is a threat when he gets the ball out wide on the right. Lovely delivery across the area. eluded a couple of Worthing defenders, and there was Dylan. He was diving in, managed to get studs on the ball. It looked like it was going to go agonisingly wide of the post, but it just crept in. Town are back in it. Is it an amazing comeback? You never know. You never know.
Facetiousness aside, I think did show the value of having Anointed Chuku up there, because he just dropped a couple of yards deeper, got a vital touch into it in the sort of number 10 position to flick it into the path of Billy Leonard. And then when Leonard looked up, Chuku hadn't made up the space, but Cian Dillon was already in the area.
Yeah, if you've got two forwards, you've got that luxury of one dropping deep, haven't you? And one playing a bit more up forward. And that's what happened. Chuku came in deep. A lovely little flick wide to Leonard. And then you've got someone running onto it who's further forward, and that was Dillon. The defenders panic. And there was Dillon getting it to net. I'm just breaking off because the referee's talking to the Worthing bench. I don't think he's handing any cards out. So yes, it was a really worked goal, and as you say, Michael, the advantage having two up front.
Worthing have made at least one substitution, because Bailey Smith, the number 24, has come on. But if you spotted who went off, you're a better man than I.
Bailey Smith's on.
Smith's on. O'Day is now coming across, I think just to receive instructions. We'll find out who went off for Worthing, but Bailey Smith is on for them. We still haven't restarted. All sorts of shenanigans going on in an administrative sense. The referee is having words with the Worthing bench and with his assistants. Finally, play has restarted. It's Enfield Town 1, Worthing 4. And there's been a glut of goals then in this second half, and Town have got one of them. And the presence of Anointed Chuku there, its benefits being reaped. It looks like Nicky Wheeler as well as Joe Partington have gone off then, and Ollie Black and Bailey Smith have come on. So Worthing have made 4 changes. The Town fans, an amazing voice. A couple of minutes ago, before the Mo Farl goal went in, I was most confused as to why the Worthing fans were working themselves up into a frenzy. And to the extent that I even checked to see if St Albans had made an unlikely comeback, it turned out all it was, they just wanted to give Joe Wright abuse for his goal kick. They spend a good 30 seconds building up to that moment of abuse. Town are trying to launch an attack on the right, but they've conceded a free kick. Zav Benjamin was all the way up in nosebleed territory up by the Worthing penalty area, but he conceded a foul on O'Day, and Worthing will go again from inside their own half. O'Day plays a long ball up the left looking for Farl, who's chasing a hat-trick of course now, but even he isn't that quick. Well, 6'4" of him. Pistons going there, but Farl couldn't keep that in. Town fans, the party started, I think it's fair to say, behind the Hertfordshire Zoo end, because Town are benefiting from the results, from the scorelines elsewhere. Truro are beating St Albans by 4-1, and of course if St Albans don't win today, Town stay up. Gavin McPherson's in deep conversation with the 4th official. He's not happy about something indeed. Lots of gesticulating words. Stalked off now in a bit of a grump, and Joe Wright takes a goal kick over halfway. Chuku wins the header, gives it to Sam Young's first time ball, chipped forwards, looking for Leonard or Dillon, but it's cleared by Worthing. Ray heads up towards Farl, he lays it back to O'Day. O'Day chips up the left, Willard will chase that, Nash gives chase as well, but Hawkins beats them both to it. Hawkins does brilliantly there to dribble past the two of them and then smash it up towards halfway, with Dillon is towered over by Cook. Ray gives it back to O'Day. 1-2 is played, and now spread out wide right, and Colbrand, the captain for Worthing, 15 yards inside the Town half, inside right position, gives it to Willard and Packham. Ball comes back to Ray, low cross into the area, is repelled by Town, goes back to Ray. Now it's with O'Day, heavy touch from him, tries to flick it towards the area, but Benjamin can clear for Town, up towards halfway, and Anointed Chuku being put under pressure, both he and the defender fall to ground. Billy Leonard just picks up the ball, beats his man, Leonard advancing right corner of the area, Leonard low cross into the area, just behind Dillon, back with Billy Leonard, right cross of the area, shot is saved, still loose, and it goes out for a corner. Great break there from Billy Leonard. His cross initially was blocked, came back to him, he tried the shot, that was saved. It's gone out for a corner. Town's 4th of the game. Good work, Billy Leonard.
And also good work anointed Chukwu. His hold-up play was brilliant. His strength, and he got it out to Leonard, who raced down that right wing, tried to get the cross in. Ball came up to him. I'll break off.
Knight comes in with a corner. It's just over the head of Hawkins. It's going to drift out to the left flank. Chukwu will let it go out for a throw to Town.
Yeah, he tried to get the cross in. Dillon was flying in. Defender cleared it straight back to Leonard, who then got a shot in, and it was saved by the Worthing goalkeeper, Haig, at the near post, and went out for a corner. Much better from Town. Chukwu, 2 up front, has made a real difference, Michael.
Indeed it has. I suppose questions would therefore be asked as to why Town didn't start with 2 up front. Long throws taken by Stallard into the area. It's headed clear by Worthing. It's going to fall to Knight. Goes back to Stallard, wide left. First time cross towards the back post. Hawkins is up, off the post, and cleared by Worthing, out of play for a throw. A high first time cross from Stallard towards the back post. Hawkins all 6'4" of him. He rose, used every one of those 6'4" inches, headed it off the inside off the near post, and the rebound fell kindly to Worthing. Stallard now plays it forward, but only as far as Farl. Good effort there from Hawkins off the inside of the post.
So unlucky. Lovely cross by Stallard, and he rose above everybody else. He's brilliant in the air, isn't he, Henry Hawkins? Got a great header in, and he was so unlucky to hit the woodwork. And that could well have been the comeback on if it would go back to 4-2. You never know, though. You never know in these crazy end of season games, do you, Michael?
14 minutes remaining there. Hawkins, who's got 2 goals already this season and 4 assists, and he's looking for that 3rd goal, and he's only a couple of inches and a lick of paint away from it. Worthing have possession again, though, on halfway. Town have certainly shown themselves to be a threat since moving to 2 up front. But it's Worthing who lead by 4-1, and the fact that it's 4-1 elsewhere, Truro leading St Albans, means that as things stand, Town are staying up. Long ball played forward by Truro has drifted out of play. It's going to be a throw to Town in the right back position for Town. Gavin obliges the Town fans by giving them a wave. Gavin McPherson there, the Town manager. That's the first moment that he's ever so slightly broken from the mood of utmost professionalism that normally consumes him for the entirety of the 90 minutes. Just a little indication there of perhaps he's starting to feel a little more relaxed now. Worthing have it again in their own defensive third. Cook spraying a right-footed ball forward, looking for their substitute Smith, but that's drifted out of play, and it's a throw right back position to Town. 13 minutes remaining of the season. Town, who came into this game 13 wins, 9 draws and 23 defeats, having scored 48, conceded 83 before kick-off today. That 1 goal takes them to 49 for the season. It would be nice if they made it to 50, wouldn't it?
It would be lovely, Michael, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be good? Since the substitution, change of formation, it seems like Sam Youngs has dropped deeper, and Stallard has dropped deeper as well. It's sometimes looking like a back 4 rather than 3, actually, and obviously with the front 2 as well. I think the message is, get it up as quickly as possible and get it up wide as quickly as possible, and try and make yourself a bit more solid. And it seems to have worked, actually, Michael, doesn't it, since the substitutions?
Certainly offered more threat in attack. Necessarily say it's any tighter at the back, but certainly Chukwu's offered threat, and there's been more potency from the wings. Hish Kasimu's in the process of taking off his bib. He's still got it around his neck, but his shirt number has been unveiled, so that suggests he might be coming on, or else he might just be feeling very hot. Worthing still have possession on halfway. We don't have those sorts of stats, but if we had the stats for the number of touches for players, it would be the Worthing back 3 who've monopolised the ball today. The number of times they've built slowly from the back. Doing so again now. Ollie Black off his chest to Raya. Now it's with Nash. Good spread of play out wide right, and Colbrand. Farl picks it up right flank. Worthing now building from the right. It goes Enfield. First time ball there from Willard. Back to Farl. He's hanging out on the right flank. Glenn Raya turns his man. Plays the ball, I think, possibly through the legs of the referee, and Worthing just building slowly again in that middle third. Very patient. They're quite happy with what they've got. They tried to play the ball forward a bit quicker now, but it's aimlessly through and out for a goal kick. And Joe White will collect that. And the shout from the Town fans behind the goal that Town are attacking is that Town are staying up, and that is indeed the case, because elsewhere Truro are beating St Albans by 4-1, and unless St Albans win that game, Town are staying up. Hitch Casimu's coming on, and he's going to come on for Sam Youngs. What have you made of Youngs' performance today?
He's had an incredible season, 17 goals. He's been quiet, he's had to work really hard, he hasn't really had any chances, a bit of a quiet one for him, mainly because of Worthing's dominance, but I think he deserves a big round of applause as he comes off. What a season he's had. It'll be interesting to see what happens now, Michael. We've got 3 forwards. What is going on, Gavin? 3 forwards on the pitch, so Casimu's on now. Sam Young's a drop deeper, so are we going to go for it and just play 3 up front? We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think Gavin McPherson's channeling his inner Ozzy Ardiles here and just shoving everyone into attack. I don't quite understand this. Where's Casimu gone?
We'll score 4.
It's Casimu, Chuku and Dylan are all on the pitch. Casimu's dropped deep, won the ball, given it to Billy Leonard. Zav Benjamin's appeared wide on the right now. Even he's joining the attack. Benjamin trying to beat his man on the right, and he's conceded slightly soft free kick there. I think the Worthing defender Bailey Smith knew exactly what he was doing. Slightest touch he felt, he flung himself to the ground, and a free kick was given Worthing's way, and Zav Benjamin trudges all the way back into his right-sided centre-back position. So Town have 3 up front, and all 3 of them are centre forwards. It's not inside forwards, it's not inverted wingers, it's 3 centre forwards now. But Worthing on the attack on the left with Willard. 9 minutes remaining. Town 1, Worthing 4. It's chipped infield by Smith, headed up into the air. O'Day tries to nod forward again, but Knight brings it down, plays a good ball forward to Casimu, inside left position, tries to take his man on for pace down the flank on the left, shoves his man over, concedes a free kick. Right back position for Worthing. And that's taken and spread out wide left. Smith will keep it in, right on the halfway line on the left, chips it forward. Hawkins tries to hold up his man, but Worthing late back to Willard, one of the substitutes. Left of the area, Willard tries to flick it into the path of Liam Nash, down by the left corner flag, plays it back in field to Bailey Smith. Smith outside the left side of the area for Worthing. And Dylan trotted back to help out his defence, win the ball. It's played forward to Chaku. Chaku trying to hold the ball up, wins a free kick. Clear foul there by Joe Cook, and you can tell why Joe Cook's earned 13 yellow cards this season. 13 yellows and 1 red this season, because that was unsubtle. And it's a free kick to Town, bang on halfway, on the right side of the centre circle. And all the Town players leave it for each other. In the end, by elimination, Sidwell sees he's the last man remaining, so he trots back to take it. Sidwell raises an arm. Thompson and Hawkins have trotted forward here, so Town are going to attack with this free kick from halfway. Sidwell launches it forward to the left corner of the area. Thompson rises, it's loose inside the area but cleared by Worthing up towards halfway. Stallard keeps his eye on it, brings it down, left-footed, forces it up the flank. Hawkins brings it down really nicely, comes out for Chiku, who shoots from range. That's high and over the bar and onto the running track, and out of the running track and into the overgrown fields behind the running track, and we're going to need another football. 7 minutes we're going. Enfield Town 1, Worthing 4, free kick to Worthing. Standout player of the match, Paul?
There's quite a few Worthing contenders. I think Mo Fowl for that wonder goal, to be honest with you. I was just wondering about that goal, whether he celebrated or not. I think it was muted celebration against his former team. For Town, it's been a very difficult afternoon. I think Billy Leonard, who has the ball, I think now.
Leonard down by the byline on the right, sliding challenge comes in, uproots Leonard, and a goal kick is given, much to the chagrin of Billy Leonard. Brilliant sliding tackle, I've got to say, from Ollie Black, the substitute. And a score update, by the way, it's Truro 4, St Albans City 2 now. But standout players of the match, Paul?
Yeah, Billy Leonard, every time he's got the ball, he's looked a threat to the Worthing defence. I think Anointed Chukwu, since he's come on, his hold-up play has been absolutely brilliant. And he had a hand, obviously, or a foot, shall I say, in the Enfield Town goal. So I think those two, probably, Michael.
St Albans have possession, back inside their own half again. You can close your eyes and just picture the scene, a back three playing the ball amongst themselves. Glenn Ray now takes possession. Town player has gone down, and so Billy Leonard's gone down. He's sitting there. I think he's rubbing his groin, and there's going to be a stoppage as George Sherman de Jong comes on, the town physio, to apply treatment. Town players will take on a bit of refreshment. Chance to say a couple of hellos. Hello to Andrew Watson, who had the privilege of meeting the last couple of games, wherever he is listening. Hello also to some of the regulars. Pete. Hello to Andrew Taylor, who's listening from afar on the Med, I think, somewhere. Spencer in California. Pete Petite. Hello to Pamela, who we bumped into before kick-off, sitting in the nice new stand opposite us. Town players all taking some refreshment on board. All of them have paused. Billy Leonard's got back onto his feet, but it looks like he's going to come off and be replaced by John Oyenuga here for the last 5 minutes of the game. Leonard looks like he's feeling his groin or his hamstring, perhaps. He's going to come on for the last 5. What have you made of Leonard's performance, and what have you made of John Oyenuga's season, which has been quite punctuated by injuries?
Yeah, he's been unlucky, John Oyenuga. When he's played, I think he's looked really, really good. You know, he's especially in that wing-back role. I don't think he does a good job, but he's been in and out the side. Billy Leonard, I think, has been great this afternoon. He was almost not in the game at all for the first 20 minutes. And then as soon as Town find him, he's always a threat. He runs at defenders. He's got a great delivery. I remember Gavin McPherson saying to the annual general meeting of members right at the start of the season, you're going to like Billy Leonard. You're going to like him as a player. And I think we have liked what we've seen. He's had a really good season, and he's had a good game this afternoon.
Yeah, I was corrected last week at Boreham Wood. I'll just break off because Nash ball into the area. In there comes the first time shot, but that's 3 points for Worthing. High over the bar and out to play for a goal kick. I was corrected on Monday against Boreham Wood. I mentioned that Billy Leonard had been ever present this season. He hasn't. He did miss the opening game of the season against Torquay. He's played every game since. 39. This is his 40th start of the season, and 5 more from the bench. Goal kick taken short by Town. Joe White giving it to Adam Thompson. Thompson, who the former Northern Ireland international, he'd be my nomination for player of the season, just because when he arrived, things started to settle down. The season started to turn around for Town. They stopped conceding goals, then they started scoring goals, and then, having been dead and buried at Christmas, they worked their way back up the table. Latest score from elsewhere is Truro 5, St Albans 2. So St Albans will need 4 goals in this last 2.5 minutes plus added time to condemn Town to relegation. It looks like Town are staying up, and that surely would have been the aim at the start of this season, Paul.
Without a doubt, Michael. Yeah, that's all we wanted, to make sure we were in the division again the next season and to stay up. You know, in a really difficult league where so many teams are full time, like Worthing today, bigger budgets. Incredible achievement, Michael. I'll just break off for a minute.
Worthing on the attack inside the area. It's cleared towards the edge of the area. Casimou collects, holds it up, does well, plays it infield. Lovely neat turn there from Sidwell, and then a lovely spread of play looking for Oyenuga, but it's cut out by Bailey Smith. Hello, by the way, to Stanners, Ian 1X Old Boy. Hello to Phil, who I saw in the ground. I'm not sure if he's listening. Hello to Mark, Paul McCudden, Fred McCudden, and to all other listeners today. Worthing just looking to keep possession. Paul, back to you. You were mid-flow there.
Yes, start the season, particularly the way the first half of the season went, it just seemed like a vague dream. Here come Worthing.
On the attack, right corner of the area, it's pulled back into the path of Nash, tries to hook the ball over his head, Gaza style, it's up in the air. Town, a couple of headers, clear the ball out to about 30 yards from goal. Ray brings it back under control, lovely ping ball forward, foul, couldn't quite get his head in it, and the flag went up anyway, and it's a free kick for Town for offside.
Yeah, well, it looked such a distant dream, didn't it, staying up earlier in the season. And then, as you say, Michael, Adam Thompson came in, He's settled the defence down a lot with his leadership and his know-how and his experience, and since then we've given it a real fight, and it looks like, barring an incredible miracle at Truro, that we are going to stay up, and it's amazing, Michael, it really is.
Worthing on the attack again, right corner of the area, it's File drifting into the area, half a close of a shot, and then Thompson's clearance went straight against his own player, which prompted calls of handball from the Worthing fans behind the goal. Plays continued. Worthing still have the ball outside the area now. They've won a free kick, right corner of the area, about 20 yards from goal. It's a dangerous position as we enter the final minute of the 90. It's 4-1. It could get worse here. Worthing a free kick in a dangerous position. They've got big men forward. You can see 3 added minutes are going to be played at the end of this game as Jack Bates walks past us. How must he feel? Ineligible for Town against Worthing, watching his parent club playing against his loan club, and he's finished his loan stint for Town now as well. In comes the free kick. It's low, it's drilled into the area, it's gone all the way into the back of the net. Direct from the free kick. It was whipped in from the right corner of the area. Everybody was expecting a shot. It was a cross instead. Flashed into the corner of the net. Joe Wright will be disappointed, but it's a 5th for Worthing. Enfield Town 1, Worthing 5.
Yeah, he will be. He will be disappointed with that, Joe Wright. As you say, everyone expected the cross. I think it was Liam Nash, ex-Hornchurch, the scorer. And yeah, he fired it in again from a very acute angle. It's the sort of angle we expect a cross from a free kick. Everyone's lining up for a cross, and he tricked the goalkeeper. He tricked Joe Wright, and I think Joe Wright will probably think he could have done better there. He was just caught unawares. And sadly, it's 5-1. We've had a few of these this season, haven't we? 4s and 5s, the odd 6 as well. Hence our bad goal difference. But as it's turned out, it doesn't really matter too much because the Town, it looks like, are staying up.
Worthing on the attack again. Left corner of the area. This is Smith trying to get onto his right foot, teasing and turning, but Oyenuga's doing a good job to hold him up. It's gone back to Nash outside the D. Nash, wide right. O'Day. He's had a good game. Gives it back to Nash, curls it towards the back post. Man arriving at the back post, it's just beyond him, and it's out for a goal kick to Town. Hello to Kev McGraw as well, who's also listening on the chat. Thank you to all who've listened over the course of the season, I should say. Thank you also to John Manatara, who has co-commentated for half the games this season. And hopefully Paul and I and John will be back bringing more coverage next season. Meantime, it's a spot of head tennis in the centre circle. Ray gives it back to O'Day. It's back in the centre of the back three with Cook. Ray again, and now Willard. He's shown a lot of willing since he's come on in the second half, but he's overrun that, giving it to Hawkins. Hawkins, neat ball forward to Dillon. Dillon's ball just a bit too short for Sidwell, and now Worthing on the attack again. They've won another free kick. It's a foul conceded by Dillon. It's going to be a yellow card for Cian Dillon as well, who's got his first goal of the season and now picks up a yellow card as well. Cian Dillon, well, there's a bit of debate about whether that goal against St Albans was his or an own goal. The debate is ongoing. No complaints, no question about his goal this afternoon. That was definitely Cian Dillon's, and a real striker's goal it was too. Full length stretch, just getting his studs on the bottom of the ball, just enough to divert it and watch it trickle into the far post. But it's a free kick in the attacking position on the left for Worthing. It's drifted in and headed out by Town, and then Hawkins smashes the ball out over halfway. There goes the final whistle, and Town are staying up. They've lost today on the afternoon. They've lost by 5-1. Enfield Town 1, Worthing 5. A very small pitch invasion of sorts begins. I think there are 3 pitch invaders coming onto the pitch. Now there's a few more trickling on. There's only 5 or 6 pitch invaders. But the full-time score is Town 1, Worthing 5. From elsewhere, the latest score was Truro 5, St Albans 2. Either way, the results elsewhere have gone Town's way. Town are staying up. The performance today wasn't particularly good. It didn't matter ultimately. They did enough in the preceding 45 games to stay up. How do you reflect on today's game first of all, Paul, and then the season as a whole?
Today's game, you have to say, Enfield Town were outclassed. Worthing were a better side. They look like a quality team, Worthing. Gavin will be upset with that, especially one or two of the goals we conceded, especially the first goal from the corner. But listen to this, everybody. Enfield Town will be playing National League South football next season. I'll just repeat it again. Enfield Town will be playing National League South football next season. What an achievement, Michael. I remember we were sitting at St Albans on New Year's Day after the game there, where Town were 9 points adrift of safety, and we thought it was done and dusted. Since then, in the few months since then, it's been an incredible turnaround, and an absolutely amazing turnaround how things have gone. Full credit to Gavin, full credit to the players who've come in. It is incredible. And now a bit of a full-scale pitch invasion going on. It's a pitch invasion of joy. There's nothing malicious in it. It's just pure joy. A bit of blue smoke billows into the sky. And it's a party time here. Town may have lost the game 5-1. As I say, we've had a few of those this season, but we have stayed up. So we've achieved everything we set out to do. Gavin, knowing the professional he is, he will want better next season. He will want us to be away from the bottom of the table. But for now, let's enjoy it, everybody. I'll say it again. Enfield Town are staying up.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah, jubilant scenes here at the Dave Bryant Stadium. Full-scale pitch invasion. I think some of the players, quite likely the manager, have been submerged within the centre circle. Hundreds of Town fans have amassed in the centre circle. On that buoyant note, I'll leave you with grateful thanks for listening, grateful thanks for all your support and comments. Sorry, I'm losing my concentration here because people are milling around and the broadcasting equipment has taken a bit of a tumble. Thank you though for all your support, all the comments. We'll be back, we'll quite likely be back for pre-season, to be honest. Keep an eye on the social media, keep an eye on ETFC comms on Twitter and Instagram, the ETFC commentary Facebook page. There'll be updates through the course of the summer. There are still 6 minutes left there are still a few minutes left in the St Albans Truro game, but I think it's pretty much safe to assume that an almighty comeback isn't on the cards for St Albans.
Players being held aloft in the centre circle, aren't they? I was just going to say, jubilant to see. Sorry to break off, Michael. There, great scenes in the centre of the field. There, players being held aloft on fans' shoulders. The players are just standing around some of the others, milling around, chatting with the fans. This is a fan-owned club, and you can see they're out there on the field. Great, wonderful scenes. Enfield Town staying up. It's absolutely magnificent, Michael.
You hear that?
Yeah, wonderful scenes. Wonderful scenes here. Just been announced that Horsham have won the Isthmian League, but I'll sign off here because there's bedlam, frankly, around me. Fans on the pitch, fans wandering around us in the commentary area. I'll sign off. Thank you for listening. Take care over the summer and rejoin you for the pre-season friendlies before the start of next season. Until then, all the best. And I'll leave you with the news that Town are staying up.
I do feel